where broken marble sleeps below. A trembling hush begins to move, like a lantern smoke in fading glow.
The hollow air remembers names engraved in dust beneath the stone, and in the cracks of weathered walls, a distant breath returns alone.
Through the veins of the forgotten sepulchre, let the fading embers rise. Where the vow was laid in shadow, let the ancient truth abide.
Through the veins of the forgotten sepulchre, where the cold has sealed the flame, still the whisper speaks our name. Pillars worn by time, the silver ash begins to fall. A solemn thread of warmth survives, a spark beneath the frozen hall.
Though the night resists the dawn, the memory burns behind the veil, as though its pulse still binds the past through silence carved in fragile pale.
Not sorrowed, not broken, but quietly preserved. A vow beneath the ages, unspoken yet preserved.
Through the veins of the forgotten sepulchre, where the choir dimly stirs, let the remnants of the ember rise through dust that time prefers. Through the veins of the forgotten sepulchre, where the ancient ashes gleam, we return within the dream. Inside a hole of fractured stone, where silent pillars lean and fade, a distant echo stirs the dust, like names forgotten, half engraved.
Smoke ascends in ring across the arc of empty air, and something soft begins
vows still remain in a faded, haunted strain.
Along the altar, worn and cold, a faint reflection flickers red. Though no flame stands upon the stone, its warmth endures where footsteps bled.
Dust dissolves into the dark,
Like memories swallowed by the quiet. Yet through the softened veil of time, the quiet shapes of sound revive.
no morning stirs these echoes,
No sorrow woven in their tone,
only fragments of a promise.
kept in chambers carved from bone.
Hear the voices in the hollow sepulchre, calling gently through the gloom. Let the remnants of their singing fill the shadowed altar room. Hear the voices in the hollow sepulchre, where the past still draws its breath in a hymn untouched by death.
Across the halls where silence breathes, a fragile echo starts to rise. No lantern glows, no shadow moves, yet something stirs beyond the skies. Its presence lingers in the dust, a memory shaped in fading lines. And through the hush of fractured stone, a distant voice returns in signs.
Sing the elegy of the wandering spirit, where the old world fades from sight. Let the dimmest spark awaken what was lost beneath the night. Sing the elegy of the wandering spirit, where forgotten vows remain.
Soft as ashes in the rain.
Along the stair of broken halls, a whisper crawls across the floor.
No footsteps fall, yet warmth persists where it once waited near the door.
A silver feather rests in dust, a token of a vanished flame.
smoke ascends in rings, tracing shadows on the wall. And through the hush of winter dusk we hear the quiet voices call. In the light of the fading ember crown, where the fire once ruled the night, let the last remaining spark endure till the dawn replaces light. In the light of the fading ember crown, where our memory lies concealed, let the warmth we lost be sealed.
The altar sighs beneath the frost, bearing scars time could not hide. A thread of heat beneath the stone still flickers though the flame has died.
Silent banners drape the hall, soft with dust of solemn years. And from the corners of the dark the choir speaks in silver tears. We gather not for mourning, but to guard what once was bright. A fragile ember held in silence, sheltered from the dying night. In the light of the fading ember crown, where forgotten prayers remain, let the sparks that linger quietly fold their warmth into our name. In the light of the fading ember crown, where the last faint glow is found, let the oath return to ground.
Beneath the granite crypt we stand, where silent echoes breathe the dust. The lantern's glow is fading low, yet still it burns with ancient trust. Across the stone, a whispered tone unfolds where fallen names reside. And through the hall of shallow light, the solemn chant begins to rise. Sing the litany beneath the granite crypt, where forgotten voices wait. Let the hollow air awaken what the dusk cannot abate. Sing the litany in crypt, where the embers softly stay, guarding vows that will not fade away. Along the walls of fractured stone, a trembling warmth begins to stir. The air grows still as years dissolve,
yet fragments of the past occur. The dust of centuries ascends, reshaping shadows into form. And in the hush of sacred cold, the chant resumes, both faint and warm. No sorrow bends this calling, no silence breaks its thread. For memory breathes within us, a flame long left for dead. Sing the litany beneath the granite crypt, where the night forgets the dawn. Let the softened glow of embers guide the path we walk upon. Sing the litany beneath, where the vow remains unbroken, in a hymn that still is spoken. Sing the litany beneath the granite crypt. 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 Where hollow pillars hold the night, and stone remembers fading breath, a solemn tone begins to rise, a quiet hymn untouched by death. Dust is woven through the light, where silver smoke ascends and breaks, and through the vaulted empty hall a distant echo slowly wakes. Sing the chant of the hollow pillars, where the echoes carve the air. Let the embered hush awaken all the names forgotten there. Sing the chant of the hollow pillars till the silence bends aside. Let the ancient vows abide. Across the fractured altar stones, a trembling heat begins to glow, as though beneath the ashen frost a buried oath still moves below. The lantern flame is faint but warm, it paints a circle around the ground, and in that dim and sacred ring a woven choir forms its sound. No flame must roar of thunder, no cry of mortal pride, for last remaining embers guard the vow that darkness keeps. Sing the chant of the hollow pillars till the silent halls are stirred by an inward sound. Beneath the granite crypt we stand, where silent echoes breathe the dust. The lantern's glow is fading low, yet still it burns with ancient trust. Across the stone a whispered tone unfolds where fallen names reside, and through the hall of shallow light the solemn chant begins to rise. Sing the litany beneath the granite crypt, where forgotten voices wait. Let the hollow air awaken what the dusk cannot abate. Sing the litany beneath the granite crypt, where the embers softly stay, guarding vows that will not fade away. Along the walls of fractured stone, a trembling warmth begins to stir. The air grows still as years dissolve, yet fragments of the past occur. The dust of centuries ascends, reshaping shadows into form. And in the hush of sacred cold, the chant resumes, both faint and warm.
No sorrow bends this calling, no silence breaks its thread, for memory breathes within us, a flame long left for dead. Sing the litany beneath the granite crypt, where the night forgets the dawn. Let the softened glow of embers guide the path we walk upon. Sing the litany beneath the granite crypt, where the vow remains unbroken, in a hymn that still is spoken. Within the deep shrine we wait, where dust has sealed the distant years. A breath moves through the hollow stone, soft as whispers
From the arches carved in shadow, trembling echoes stir the old. Hear the breath of the deep and shrine,
where forgotten vows still shine.
let the echo rise and fade in air,
Where the silent prayers remain.
hear the breath of the deepened shrine,
Where the dust recalls the flame, and the past still speaks her name.
the oil burns down to faintest trace, a fragile glow beneath the stone. Yet in its shiver lies the binding of a promise not outgrown.
Beyond the walls, the cold descends, frost upon what once was light. But through the hush we hear a call, a softened hymn that wakes the night.
No crown adorns the ritual flame, no choir floods the ancient air, yet still the harmony returns, as though it never vanished there.
Hear the breath of the deep and shrine,
Where the hush has carved its mark,
let the last remaining embers
guide us gently through the dark.
hear the breath of the deep and shrine,
Where the vow is kept in time,
silent, sacred, still sublime. Within the quiet halls of stone, where fading embers softly glow, a distant voice begins to rise, a call from days we used to know. Shadows gather like a crown as lantern
summon light within, a sacred flame that time cannot hollow, a warmth beneath the skin.
The sable torchlight pale, a vow is whispered to the stone. The fading glow reveals the dust of names the night has long outgrown.
A gentle hush surrounds the flame as echoes rise from unseen walls, and through the chill of winter halls, a distant chant begins to call. Sing the oath beneath the sable torchlight, where the shadows hold their breath. Let the embers bind our memory to the night untouched by death. Sing the oath beneath the sable torchlight, where the fallen dreams remain, softly carved in whispered flame.
in the veins of silent earth, where broken marble sleeps below. A trembling hush begins to move, like a lantern smoke in fading glow.
The hollow air remembers names engraved in dust beneath the stone, and in the cracks of weathered walls a distant breath returns alone.
Through the veins of the forgotten sepulchre, let the fading embers rise. Where the vow was laid in shadow, let the ancient truth abide.
Through the veins of the forgotten sepulchre, where the cold has sealed the flame, still the whisper speaks our name. Worn by time, the silver ash begins to fall. A solemn thread of warmth survives, a spark beneath the frozen hall.
Though